Hello and welcome back to Hand of Fate 2 once again. We are ready to get started on part 4. Hopefully this will go like our last video rather than the previous one.
Yet he has had but a century to make his changes. I have had an eternity in the arms of death.
Well, so we do the Empress or the Emperor. Let's just do the next one in the line here. So we'll do the Empress. I still already have my companion. So I can gain one of these weapons, or I can gain the supplies to start the game with. I think I'll take a sword to start the game. I want to know what the token is on it. I'm not used to those. Being on weapons, I've never seen a token on a weapon before. Let's see what all we got here. As always, we need to take any of the ones that have the cards that we can unlock. See, we need 2 more. Let's just add some of the new cards just to see how they work. Oh, I'm a little full. Alright, hold on. But that still seems like a good combination. Alright. Earn fame in order to wield the legendary weapon, Hretha's Ire. Villages on the northern outskirts are under assault from northern raiders. Defeat the mighty shaman who is leading their raids. So we need to gain fame, and we're going to be fighting with northerners, which means a one-handed weapon is an excellent choice. So I think my supply was a really good item to start with.
In this case, the Empress is a symbol, a leader of the northern clans, but not their only one.
Right. Let's see what we can do.
Now we come to one of the new nuances of our game. The hunt for fame and esteem would not work for all players, but it works for you. I can sense it in you. Your pride, your skill. In time, we will learn all of you.
Alright, so I think he's talking about the fame. Raiders have destroyed our village, the Elder of Talos explains in a hushed voice. They were sent by a dark shaman of the north. They were searching for this. He draws out a large warhammer from his cloak. Hretha's Ire. 'Tis the only weapon that will break the seal protecting their encampment. He hands you the weapon.
Anger is a powerful force.
Alright. So, looks like I need 20 fame, and then I can use it. I can't use it right now. Alright. The weapon is heavier than you imagined, perhaps weighed down by some hidden magic, preventing you from wielding it to its potential. Alright, so you need to earn 20 fame. The Elder looks straight in your eyes, as though peering into your soul. Not all weapons are for all men. Only those who have demonstrated great acts of valor and courage may bear Hretha's Ire. You do well to remember that. Let's ask a couple questions. What would you like to know? Make it quick. You must find the courage to wield this weapon and defeat the shaman before the 5th village falls. The villages need a hero. The town of Braden is surely in danger and must be warned. Alright, so it looks like there's a little bit of a time limit here. And it revealed a card. See? Worth talking to people. Great artifacts require great heroes, he explains. Never turn down the opportunity to aid others. Seek out greatness, and you will be rewarded. A twisted creature with great power. Never seen on the battlefield, but I hear she commands her warriors from her camp in the forest to the east. We sent our warriors to find her, but a magical barrier prevents anyone from entering her sanctum. It is said that Hretha's Ire can break through such a barrier. If she were attacked at her camp, these raids would surely be stopped for good. The Elder scowls. Empire? What good is the Empire? Naught but tax collectors and carrion crows. 6 raids here this year, and not a soldier to be seen. So much for protection. They're less reliable than the worst of the gods. Alright, it looks like we're ready to begin. Thank you. I trust the sacrifice of Talos not go in vain. He bows his head. May the gods bring you good fortune. I was hoping to give me a fortune card there. Alright, well, let's continue onward. Oh, there we go. Temple prayers. Let's get ourselves a fortune. Ooh, a new one. Humble Spirit. Receive plus 30 max live while no platinum cards are equipped. See, I have... So basically it will work for me until I get the new one. Let's see what else we have again. I really don't want to lose food gain or equipment. I do think, however, I'll take the food after the dice. The other one was good too, but that is always important to have enough food.
At what point does honor bend to pragmatism?
And here we go. We actually have a dice target. Once again, the road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do?
Back to the bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Alright. So close.
I'm somewhat surprised you lost that one.
So close. Alright. Why, thank you. Now would you be so kind as to give me all of your gold? The woman draws a pair of concealed blades from her corset. Come on out, boys. Alright. 3 of them on me. I think this should be fine. Not too worried about it. Wish I knew how to unlock the thing on the sword, though. I'm not actually sure how to do it. Maybe just fighting with it will work.
Stop helping people! It always ends up like this.
I like that he wants me to stop helping. Ironic considering how many times I've had to save him. Alright, not too bad. Only took 1 hit. With the thugs defeated, you search their bodies for valuables. Okay, I have to roll again. But hey, rolling is good. Rolling means food. Now see, why couldn't I have done that a moment ago?
A win here sets the tone for your challenge.
You find some food amongst their possessions, and I gain 4 fame. Alright, well, food's starting to not look like a big problem anymore. I'm up to 21.
Let us see what the next town holds.
Oh, okay. So actually that lets you immediately move on, so it showed me the end of the road. Well, let's go back a little bit.
They say madness can be a blessing. Not I, however. I would never be so thoughtless.
Okay, so we've got the next card in Malaclypse's storyline. The journey comes with some confusion regarding logistics and food. What do children even eat? Malaclypse had cried. In the end, you managed to bring the mage children safely to the madmen near Frostford. Their home is an ominous building with high gates, barred windows, and faint screaming coming from within. It passes as an asylum, disquietingly well. Right, we'll just drop these little munchkins off and be on our way to get that cure. Malaclypse leads your ragtag bunch to the main door before returning to you and saying seriously, please perform the secret knock. So we rop the door in 10 quick bursts or knock a tune. I feel like knocking a tune on an insane asylum sounds like the correct answer. Malaclypse wipes an imaginary tear from his eye. Beautiful! Simply a masterpiece. That wasn't the secret knock, but I accept it anyway. Then he merely pushes open the unlocked doors. Figures. You are met by 2 tall men, identical twins, dressed in patterned nightgowns. Era of the Veil told us you'd be coming, one of the twins said. I'm Barry, and this is Mary. They call us the Madmen, but it is only a name. They shove you aside and hurry the children indoors. We're good sorts, aren't we, Barry? His twin nods as he brushes the children's hair and hands them nightgowns. Yes, indeed. But sometimes I forget we're merely acting, and I do mad things like setting that farm on fire. Keeps the rabble off our trail, though, doesn't it? Mary nods as he brings out a plate of warm spiced breads. As the children warily settle down to eat spiced breads and butter, Mary asks you a favor. We will need your help clearing out this place. Hasn't been an orphanage for a long time, has it? Not fit for children. The monster's in the burning room, Mary. Barry notes while cutting carrots. Do we want to extinguish the burning room or go kill the monster? I think we should go kill the monster. Barry leads you down to the cellar door. It's in there. I've had to resort to going down to town to buy our pickled vegetables. They scream like banshees when I ask them what blood they've pickled them in, though. Barry closes the door behind you. You follow the steps deep beneath the fortress until you find yourself in an underground cave. You hear a guttural moan. Ah, I figured as much. A terror blight. We have faced these before. Time to go bash. Got an arrow sticking out of my shield still. Never mind that.
Every time I visit this place, I end up
There we go. Just break through all the armor and then stab them and you win. It works. Nice, simple, easy. That's why we kill monsters instead of try to extinguish buildings. Sounds painful. You poke at the dead thing to see if it holds any treasure, but you find nothing of value. Malaclypse rubs his shoulder nervously as he gazes into the creature's cold, dead eyes. With that dealt with, you return to the kitchen. Yeah, he's looking at his future if he doesn't find the cure. Mary boils sheets in a massive steel vat while his brother prepares radishes for the stew. Their tummies full of warm bread. The children find comfortable spots around the kitchen to nap. Ah, I don't get a choice. Now I have to go extinguish the building. Or the room. As you approach the stairs, a man in rags rushes past and barrels into an adjacent room. He peers out at you with mad eyes. That'd be Frida, Mary says behind you. He kept trying to climb Force Ford's clock tower, so they sent him here. He's harmless. Frida slams the door closed, then open, then closed again. You arrive at the burning room. The room is literally on fire. Everything has been reduced to ash inside. Somehow, magic is keeping the fire contained within. Well, I do have a wizard with me. I suppose I should ask what we should do. The maid shrugs. Perhaps that's the answer? He points to a chubby, lizard-like creature the size of a small dog. It watches you cautiously from the corner of the room. A fire salamander. A hatchling at that. I'd have thought them long extinct. Alright, well let's try to placate the flame creature. Oh boy. Yes! Victory! You coo and offer cake to the fat little lizard. Intrigued, it waddles over to the doorframe, licking its lips. You notice the flames recede as it approaches. The fires have been extinguished, but the room continues to smoke and smolder. Shall we continue to ask for advice? Or should we just walk in? Walking in seems like a really bad idea. Well, okay, apparently we're going to walk in now. With the salamander calmed, the flames recede and the room becomes cool enough to enter. The chubby creature clambers up your leg, snuggles into your arms, gibbering softly to itself. Aww. The little beast gags and convulses in your arms until with a tiny squawk, it coughs up an item that drops painfully onto your toe. Ouch. Okay, the chubby lizard was holding a sword. Well, I have to admit, I also think that would probably, cause me to be annoyed. Alright, it's basically the exact same thing as I had before, except for it does more damage. Oh, it tells me actually how to get the token on the other one, though. We're still going to just take the more damage, though, for now. On the advice of Malaclypse, those ones are prone to spontaneous combustion. You release the little creature outside. It gives your palm a warm little lick before it patters away to the cliff nearby. Oh, I wanted to keep it. It would have been cute. With the problems resolved, the madman insists you stay for supper. Seated on opposite ends of a comically long dining table, you shout conversation at each other. Malaclypse takes quickly and jovially to the shouting. Yes, Malaklips stole some scrolls from the orphanage once. The bard chokes into his bowl. The madman seemed nonchalant about the transgression. You were just a boy, but it doesn't make it right. We'd like those scrolls back sometime. See what they think of the Empire. General calamity, isn't it, Barry? Mary shouts as he hands out hunks of bread. Barry nods. I wouldn't think they were so bad if only they didn't try and kill all us magic folk. Not to mention what they did with those poor lizard men. I remember, Barry continues, when my silk trader was a lizardman. Now they're all dead, except for that bloke hiding in the city. Weren't Malaklips bellows back? Weren't the lizardmen wiped out centuries ago? Barry scratches his crooked nose. At least you think he did. He's so very far away. Yes, it has been a while, hasn't it? Let's compliment the stew. You yell across the table that the stew is delicious. What? Mary shouts back. He says there's too much carrot in the stew. Malaklips joins in. The madmen look at each other confused. No, we can't marry you. Yes, I will marry you, Malaklips replies. He reaches for his lute. It's real Armskirk wood. Thank you for noticing. Alright, we've finished our supper. As you finish your stew, Malaklips brings out his lute. After the second song, the madman politely suggests that it's time for you two to leave. The children giggle at the bard's silent indignation. With the amazed children peering out from behind them, the madman near forced forward waved goodbye from the front door. And we've gained another forfeit. As the door closes, your companion collapses on his hands and knees, blood oozing from his mouth. He pulls himself wearily to his feet and groans. This cure can't come soon enough, Coin Slave. That is the worst nickname ever, Coin Slave. Accurate,
You
but
strike
terrible.
me as the type who would put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of others. Yet, perhaps you'd rather have someone else sacrifice themselves for you.
Probably not. I usually like to do the sacrificing. You hear shouting up ahead. As you make your way down the cobbled street, you see lights flickering on the road in front of you. As you approach, you see a building, flames and smoke billowing out of its upper room windows. A crowd is formed outside, passing buckets of water between one another to temper the blaze. As you push your way through the crowd, you see a woman frantically pleading to the villagers. Please help, my family's in there. Anyone? Please help? Well, I can't send Malaklips in. I've got to do it myself.
I'm not a vain man. You must
I'm pretty sure there are
appreciate that the
cards
game,
there that
this game
do
has
not
been
look
my
good.
focus for more years than I can count.
Like,
I have
really
a certain
bad.
pride regarding its twists and turns.
Hey, I think I saved someone. Through a haze of smoke,
A wise decision.
you find the woman's youngest daughter crying under a bed. You coax her out, scoop her up, and carry her out of the blaze. A villager rushes to your aid. Thank you, brave adventurer. I can take it from here. But be warned, the building is not safe. It will soon collapse. You gain 2 fame. The woman embraces her child, then turns to you once more. My husband! Did you see my husband? He's still in there. Please, please help! Okay, so we get another life pain card. And we should return to the building. Alright, there are not a lot of good options at all left on this board. Tell me I did it! Yeah, ha, 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 ha. There better not be a third person. If I have to go back in there to find that third person, we're going to be really annoyed. Yeah, I found the son. So that means I do have to go back in. You find the woman's son, attempting to find his way out through the smoke and flames. Grabbing his hand, you lead him back through the building to safety. A villager rushes to your aid. Thank you. We warned it's not safe. Another 2 fame. The woman embraces her child, then turns to you once more. My husband, did you see my husband? He's still in there. Please, please help. But I want the token. We're going back in. This is just foolish. Oh boy, it's spinning really fast. This is not going to be fun. Yeah, failure. I think we're going to redraw. Sounds like a good plan. Good plan. Alright. Could be worse. With a
Perhaps
sudden
you should have taken your time.
With a sudden crack, the beam above you give way, injuring you and blocking your path. You retrace your steps back out the building. We're going back in. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure I saw like epic death on a card there. Okay, failure once more. What's failure do? The smoke is too thick and you find yourself disoriented. Eyes burning, you fumble your way back out of the building to catch your breath. Okay, so that actually wasn't the worst. It could have been. Okay. We're starting to run out of time here. Oh, man. Another failure card. Alright. Ay, ay, ay. Better than huge failure. Better than huge failure. I think huge failure probably ends your attempt. Alright, I took 10 damage this time. This is starting to get really crazy. This may have to be my last attempt. We got 4 fame. I just don't know if we can save this guy. Oh! So close.
You might want to work on this. Clearly you lack what it takes.
Oh, wow. Okay. I just got lots of fame for continuously trying, apparently. Well, let's equip it, I guess. How did I get that much fame? As you exit the building and collapse behind you, while you were unable to save everyone, the villagers are grateful for your valiant efforts. Alright, so if you keep trying long enough, apparently you at least get the thing.
It appears you are worthy to wield the weapon of champions.
The
raiders will hide from you no longer.
You turn Harithra's ire over in your hands. The runes on its face begin emitting a golden light. It is unclear if it now weighs less or if you have a newfound strength. But either way, you can now wield the mighty hammer. Oh, wow. Okay. So that just reset the board. I did this so fast, I don't even have another level. Okay, then. Remembering the Elder of Talos' instructions, you set out towards the sanctum of the shaman. Alright. Let's go do it.
You have prepared yourself for this battle.
Well,
now you must face it, but not alone, perhaps.
It is as the Talos Elder has described. The shaman's sanctum is protected by a magical barrier preventing you from advancing. Well, let's use it. You raise Harithra's ire above your head and bring it down against the magical wall with all your might. The hammer finds its mark, and you are immediately engulfed in a blizzard of snow and ice. The howling wind spins you this way and that, and then vanish as quickly as they appeared. Disoriented, you look around for Malekith, but he is nowhere to be found. You find your bearings and realize you are standing in a forest clearing, covered in newly fallen snow. You step back and bump into something. Turning, you see a towering northern clansman, bald and brutal.
He has brute strength, if nothing else.
He does not flinch, nor seems even the slightest bit interested in you. He stands with weapons drawn and brow lowered. You turn to follow his gaze. Then you see her, sitting on a throne of wicker and thorns, small straw-plated charms and oddities hanging from the trees behind her. Before her kneel countless raiders, worshipping their leader in an eerie stillness. Oh, that doesn't seem awesome. The defender of villagers, and the exiled one, the shaman says with a hiss. She steps down from her throne. I know why you have come. Let this end. I hope you know how to fight, hero, says the bald northerner calmly. There are more warriors here than we can kill. To defeat a snake, you must cut off its head. As you ready your weapon, as the shaman and her clansmen surround you. Looks like it's 5-on-2. Let's hope this other guy can fight. I know I can fight. Raid Leader Gerda. Raid leaders are the front line of the Northern Assault, centers of tactical and religious guidance. The shaman casts spells that heal her allies. Attack her quickly to interrupt the spell.
I do not know you, yet we will fight together. Stand clear of my ways. I will stand clear of yours.
Okay, so she can do some kind of teleporting thing. I don't remember which button it is that activates my ability. Oh, that's how you do it, apparently. Well, we interrupted the healing. Oh. We were rolling into it. Boom. That was a very manly scream for a woman. Alright, well, we beat it. The shaman's body writhes as a dark spirit leaves her chest and vanishes into the air. The remaining raiders flee into the forest. As the skies clear, the sun beams down on the colossal warrior that has fought beside you. I am Kolbjorn, he explains. I was born into the North clans, but I am clanless now. You do not know us, but we were not always like this. Perhaps one day the clans will return to the tradition they have lost. Ah, we've gained a new follower. Very nice. You and I have cleared a small part of the stain for my honor this day. If you call, I will answer. He reaches out a massive hand and clasps your forearm. Let us head back and find your friend. With that, you and Kolbjorn make your way back through the forest in search of Malaclips.
Another card returns to
All
my
right.
deck. Do not worry. I have more challenges before you will be ready to face my foe.
Well, that was not a whole lot of board space, but we succeeded.
Well done. Another northerner falls before you, and a new companion joins your journey.
Alright. We get a new armor, ring, robes, and a helmet. And then 4 new locations, none of which have cards, but that's alright. Ah, but we do get that weapon as well. And then for befriending him, we get a new companion and his quest, of course. Sounds like we need to redeem his honor. For defending all of the villages, because we didn't let a single one die, we get the Elder's Gift. And then we broke one more card, of course. For making the orphanage livable for orphans, we get the Cura card from Malaclips. Well, that was a very successful mission. We've completed yet another area, and we
You
can
have
see
done
far
well.
more of the map.
You understand the basic rules of the game now. From here, they will change.
Alright, we now have 4 new zones to look forward to. This seems like an excellent spot to stop for this time. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and we will see you next time.